Welcome to Bloom 411, your space for high value woman content.
The good thing about being strict as a lady is that you cannot disrespect me. You cannot disrespect me. Be it a friend, be it a boyfriend, be it whoever you are, a boss, you cannot disrespect me. Before you open your mouth to disrespect me, I have moved that from that situation. Like I have a lot of boundaries. Yes. My friends will tell me, oh Faith, you are so strict for a lady. Yes, I'm very strict. I was like, no boy, no friend will come and you want to disrespect who? Me? I will move. I love myself too much to be in a situation for me to be disrespected. Before, if I sense anything that has to do with disrespect, like any little thing that makes me feel like, oh, this person is about to disrespect me, I've packed my bags because, bro, I'm too strict for that. Like, I am too big for that. You want to disrespect? Oh, not me. Not me. So make sure you set your boundaries right.
For the girl that is afraid to be strict when it comes to love, pull up a chair. Let me tell you a couple things. Number one, to lay the foundation, being strict does not equate to being mean. Being strict is just about knowing what you do and don't accept when it comes to love, dating, and relationships, and not accepting anything less than that because know that you can have what you desire. Which leads me into number two. It's important to be strict when it comes to relationships, especially in the romantic setting, because you are the only one that has to live with the result or the impact of the type of love you accept. Number three, people are oftentimes scared to be strict because they think that, oh, that'll keep me from finding a husband and I'll be alone forever. It is quite literally the opposite. It actually filters and brings the one that you do want a little bit faster. Because when you've taken the time to define the type of love that you desire and want to live with, and you're serious about enforcing them, you're able to more readily recognize and spot what is not for you, spend less time wasted on those relationships, which leaves you more open for the right one to come. And for the girls that think that men don't like a strict girl, think again. The one that is for you will never think you are too strict for him because it'll be the perfect match. At the end of the day, girls, keep it cute and keep it strict. Be nice, be loving, because at the end of the day, those people are God's children too, but not all God's children were made for you. Love you. Bye.
One thing I wish I knew before regarding friendships, you're gonna have selfish moments and it's okay to set boundaries with your friends. If people cross your boundaries, it's okay to let them go. You don't have to hold on to a relationship with a friend just because you call them a friend. You don't have to feel like a bad friend for setting boundaries either. I've set boundaries with friends that protect my mental health. I have told friends plenty of times, I am not the friend that you're going to call and is going to sit on the phone with you all day. I just can't do that. It's not personal. I also have social anxiety. So I don't want to interact all the time. I don't want to go out all the time. I don't want to kiki all the time. I don't want to gossip. I'm a very low maintenance friend. And I think a lot of people will see low maintenance friends as being selfish. And that's a boundary I set. And regarding friendships, if that boundary is crossed, then I'm gonna go because it puts me in a weird space of having to pretend. And I don't like to pretend. Do not feel bad when you set boundaries with your friends. If your friends cannot respect your boundaries, then they cannot respect your space and they should not be in it.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but I recently heard this and it completely changed the way that I approach life and boundary setting. But the only people in this lifetime that are interested in you not having any boundaries or not having any self-respect are the people who want the luxury of walking all over you. And let me explain what this means to me. When you set your boundaries, you have to keep your boundaries. I don't care who he is. I don't care who that friend is. You have to get to a point in your life where you don't accept anything that is below your boundaries, like full stop. You don't want to be the person that people just walk all over. And I am still learning this every single day. But the truth is, like, when someone crosses your boundaries, it takes a hit at your self-confidence. It takes a hit at your self-esteem. And I just feel like we're working every single day to build up our confidence, to build up our self-esteem. And when we lower our boundaries for someone and they walk all over you, you start to question your worth, you start to question your value, and you're just like, why did this person treat me like this? And this person treated you like this because you're not disciplined in your boundaries. You know that you don't deserve this, and for some reason, you put yourself in a position to accept it. It blows my mind, and I've done it so many times, and it's such a shitty feeling. If you think about it, the women that get exactly what they want in this life get those things because they're disciplined in their boundaries and they only accept things that they want. Get to a point where you're not accepting things that you do not want in this life. And the second that you stop accepting things that are beneath you, you open yourself up and you make space for the things that you deserve. And sweetie, I learned that the fucking hard way. But at the end of the day, respect your boundaries, keep your boundaries, and be disciplined in your boundaries. And I swear to God, your life will change. We're not giving people ammo to take us out with. Sorry, it's just not happening. Stop accepting the things that you do not want, and you will start getting the things that you deserve. It's that simple.
Stop repeating yourself. I don't know why you're repeating yourself to that man anyway. Because all you have to do is set your boundaries. Wait until he step over them. What you reminding him for? He not slow. He catch on to everything else. If he can't catch on to the fact that you're not happy, but he can catch your attitude, don't say nothing. You told him once. What you look like repeating yourself? I said I do not like. I said I will not tolerate. I said I do not want. Wait until you cross him. And you know what you do? You move on. 1 fish, 2 fish, 3 fish, blue fish. It got more fish. That's how you treat us. Don't they be treating you like it got more women in the sea? It got more men in the sea. Because what's wrong with you? He can play like he forgot. Baby, he didn't forget. He knew exactly what you asked him not to do. And he do it anyway. How many chances you gonna give him? Huh? How many times you gonna look over it? Huh? You wanna be Martin Luther King or Malcolm X? Don't be Malcolm X and see what happens. Because what's wrong with you? Huh? You know what's gonna happen? We going with the eye for eye and a tooth for a tooth. That's what we finna do. If I'm consistent, if I'm faithful, if I'm respectful, I expect you to be the same. I'm not accepting that less than that. Less than that for what? They tell us exactly what they want from us. They want a small waist, full breast, a big butt. Why we can't let them know what we want from them? I want to be protected. I want to be taken care of. I want to be happy.
Boundaries are your best friend, especially when you have a big heart. God told me recently, he said the reason you constantly have to keep on blocking people and cutting people off is because you don't have boundaries. You haven't understood and learned to grasp the concept of giving people limits to their access of you. You love somebody or you like somebody, so you love them and you just let them into your whole world. You disclose everything that you got in your hand too soon. You become friends with people too soon. You give your body away too soon. You don't give people boundaries, therefore they don't even know when they are crossing them. You hear what I'm saying? So the bigger you are at heart, that's the bigger your boundary should be.
The older that I get, the more I understand how important it is to have boundaries, because people will play in your face until the day you die if you let them. And the worst part about it is that after you hit like that 25-year mark, you can't blame that shit on nobody but yourself. You have to take full accountability. And I don't know about y'all, but I can't stand when shit is my motherfucking fault. Like, you mean to tell me I have to take so much accountability to the point where I might have to dig deep into my childhood trauma and figure out what it is that my mom and dad did or said to me when I was younger that makes me allow people to treat me like shit and walk all over me in my adult life? Who the fuck has time for that?
If no one told you, I'm telling you. Do you know that when you set standards and you have boundaries, especially when it comes to relationship, your phone will be the driest ever. Your phone will be so dry and you'll be lonely. And it's the best thing that can ever happen to you, okay? That's how you don't entertain things that you know that it will not end well, than to entertain things and later go online and be crying, okay? I'm a perfume girl, so it's always the best, because I know most of you have chopped breakfast this 2024. So since the year is ended, set better boundaries, okay? Have the standards that you know you can live by, you want to be in the relationship with. And I'm sure the right person will come and align, because why are you accepting the bare minimum? Why? When you can have everything in the world? My ladies, I'm saying that this year until the next year, we are doing better things for ourselves, making better decisions, and this is one of them. Live and set standards, okay? Boundaries, relationship, wherever it is applicable, apply it, and it works.
An example of how you set a boundary in a feminine way. A feminine way means you know who you are, you respect yourself, and you don't let anyone break your boundaries. What it means in a feminine way is you happen to be a woman and you're not going to force that on anyone, but you know your value and you respect yourself, so you will remove yourself out of the situation if that boundary is crossed. A masculine way might be fighting that person, chasing that person, proving something to that person, and feminine energy would be to walk away. There are boundaries that you have to set for yourself that you won't let somebody cross, and you have to have the energy and intention of letting them know if they get close to that boundary that they cannot cross it. Say it with power, say it with resolve, say it with love for yourself. And human beings are energetic animals. They feel a person's energy and they will not cross that boundary if they don't want to lose you. How you react to a boundary being crossed is up to you. But a feminine boundary and a feminine energy knows her worth. That's the difference. And is not scared to walk away if that boundary is crossed. Now, can we please not make boundaries things like he put his dirty underwear on the floor and she's walking away because it's her boundary? That's not a boundary, that's silliness. That's a conversation. You need to talk about the roles in your relationship and who needs to do what. A boundary is not, I don't know, he said a word that you don't like. Like you don't like the word red and he said it. Oh, now she's pissed off. A boundary is something that crosses your values and morals and you will not put yourself through. And know when you set those values and those boundaries, that if they're crossed, you have to walk. It's a promise you've made for yourself that you won't be around them. And if you set that intention really strongly, you'd be surprised how rarely people cross your boundaries. Because people know. They know when they come across somebody who values themselves. They know.
Part 3 of my boundaries as a strict woman, so they say. But I don't know. I don't think I'm strict, but y'all let me know in the comments down below. First boundary is that I let my friends handle their relationship issues. I don't get involved no more, y'all. I don't get involved. I used to be that friend, and because I love my friends, I'll go hard for you. Then I realized, girl, y'all going right back. Now me and your man are beefing, and y'all in the bed caked up, laid up. And now it's awkward every time he comes around me. So it's like now I just pay attention to how I respond to things and how I entertain things when my friends are venting about their relationship. I'm like, oh, okay, girl. Like, yeah, you know, he was wrong, you were wrong, all of that. But also, I'm not about to call this man up and cuss him out. I'm not even about to entertain the thought of like crashing out and going back, because people really get hurt. And it's like, once again, this is y'all stuff. I'm not really involved. I'm just a friend. I will be there for you. Lord forbid something really, really happens, like domestic violence or something like that, then that's when I'll step in more. But other than that, like the petty arguments and all of that, girl, that's your home. I'm not messing up nobody home, because you're not about to resent me for you breaking up with your man and now everybody pissed off at me. Absolutely not. Never again. No one should know my business other than the person that I told. That goes for your other friends, your family, your man, your kids. I don't care. Your dog. I don't care. Nobody should know my business. Why do they know my business? And I feel like that's something that a lot of people make normal. And I get it. Like, you want to pillow talk about things with your partner. All right. But it better not get back to me. He better not slip up and say something about my business, because then I'm going to really have to side-eye you. And I'm like, girl, it's like, what can I trust you with? Like, you ain't a man. Y'all both messy.
I got a new rule for my recovering people pleasers. It's called the 72-hour rule. Because, babe, we're at the point of our journey that we need to start setting energetic boundaries. There's no more boundaries being set by me telling you my boundary. I'm going to energetically tell you my boundary. Because I used to think I was such a good communicator. Oh, I bring up something that happened months ago, weeks ago, after I internalized it and built resentment up. I sit here and bring it up like, hey, I didn't like when you said this. Can you actually not talk about this, this, and this? But when you find yourself always having to have these uncomfortable conversations with people after the fact, you actually lack present moment boundaries. You lack energetic boundaries. Okay? The way you really tell people how to treat you is in the present moment. You let them know, I'm not fucking with that. And I know it's hard, babe, because we have been taught, we have been ingrained to sit here and know exactly how to keep the peace within this conversation and this social interaction and keep it pushing.
Okay, but let me tell you, when you keep the peace for everybody else, you start a war within yourself. You start internalizing and thinking about conversations that don't even deserve your energy, that really you just need to address and move the fuck on in the moment. Okay, so if someone says something to you and you felt like it was shady, you felt like it hurt your feelings, instead of just laughing and moving on because you really don't care, knowing that you care, knowing that you're going to think about it, say something in the moment. What did you mean by that? Oh, that's a weird comment. Sometimes you don't even have to say anything. Maybe just don't laugh along. They give you a joke that they low-key insulting you instead of ha ha ha, and then internalizing it, and then months later saying like, hey, like I felt like you were shady for that joke you said fucking in April. How about you look at them like, I don't really find that funny. You need to do this so people cannot use their sensitivity against you. Okay, when you bring it up after the fact, that's when you get met with gaslighting. That's when you get met with, oh, you're sensitive. But when you say it in the moment, they understand, okay, I'm just not going to say that to her. I'm not going to bring up those comments to her. They don't want to be uncomfortable either. They don't want to be uncomfortable either. Okay, so how to make people uncomfortable. Okay, stop neglecting yourself. Stop abandoning yourself in your feelings for the sake of the peace of the conversation. It's time to set present moment boundaries. Energetic boundaries, and you have 72 hours, babe, if you do need a moment to think about it. And I'm about to knock it down to 48 because most of the time you don't need to think about it, but if you really do need to think about it, you have 48 hours to bring it up, or you're gonna forget about it and you're gonna let it go, and you're not gonna hold resentment for that person, because that resentment that you're holding is really towards yourself for not saying something. So you're just pissed. So say it in the moment so you can release that energy and focus on shit that matter.
What makes you think you cannot set boundaries? Rather, what makes you think you can't even set healthy boundaries? If you can't afford to set one for yourself, anything and everything will walk all over you. Friends, families, co-workers, acquaintances, even dog can step on your head and pass because you don't have boundaries. You are just there. Everybody can talk to me. I'm so friendly. I'm so accessible. Whoa. You will be trampled upon. Anything and everything will be able to be said to you. Everybody can come and just dump things on you because you have not set a boundary. So if there is a boundary, how do they cross in to be able to access you? A major way you can set a healthy boundary for yourself is by respecting, valuing, regarding, and honoring yourself. See, you cannot just be carrying yourself anyhow and think you want people to carry you a different way. It's how you show them yourself is how they will take you. So your presentation of yourself has to be top tier. Trust me, I'm not talking about pride or anything like that, but you have to carry yourself with so much grace and poise each time. Hence the old girly conversations I'm always trying to have with you guys. Do you understand what I'm saying? That way your friends know how to be when they're around you. This is not them walking on eggshells. It doesn't stop you from being playful, bubbly, fun. Me, I used to somersault. There's nothing I don't do. I'm my fun, bubbly self. My friends, we play like crazy, if you understand what I mean. But boundaries are still set. Everybody still has respect for one another. Jesus! Because with all the respect and regard that you have given yourself, nobody will come and be using scope and style to be disrespecting you in the guise of, maybe she's just my friend, maybe she's my daughter, maybe she's my sister, I can talk to her anyhow, I can do this anyhow, I can say whatever I want to her. No. They won't do that. They won't. They would low-key fear you. It's not fear, it's just respect. It will be coming off as they are afraid to say some certain things to you, but trust me, it is not fear, it's respect that they would have for you. So you want to carry yourself with so much grace and poise. It doesn't change you from being your witty fun self, from being your ever bubbly self, from being the life of the party, from being who you truly are in your own essence. So set healthy boundaries for yourself. That way you're saying no to disrespect and no to disregard from nobody.
I don't know if I felt this way simply because I was a huge people pleaser or what, but like whenever I would set boundaries, I would feel like it was an insult to the person I was setting boundaries with. Like every time I would say no, or this is what I will or won't tolerate, I felt so bad for them. Like, I know that this is gonna sound sick and twisted, but like I would feel bad that I'm not allowing them to do something that hurts me because I feel like I'm hurting them by me trying to get them to not hurt me. I don't know if that makes sense, but it made sense in my head back in the gap. What was so crazy about it was, even though I didn't say this aloud, like it was almost like an angel and a devil was on both of my shoulders. And the devil kept trying to convince me, you know, you're doing too much, you're being too harsh, like you're hurting their feelings. Like I was having this subconscious battle with myself and this internal battle with myself, basically trying to make a person who's disrespecting me and who's not respecting my boundaries seem like the victim, when in all actuality, shit, I'm the victim. If that's the kind of space you're in right now, just know that I understand you and I empathize with you. And I want to remind you of something. Your boundaries are meant to protect you. Your boundaries are meant to protect you. If somebody has a problem with that, they can kiss your ass. And to the person I'm talking to right now, and I'm going to get close and hold you when I say this, you initiating your boundaries is not you initiating conflict. You implementing your boundaries is not you adding fuel to a fire. You know what I'm saying? And if somebody wants to make a fire out of you implementing your own boundaries, that's a them problem. You said what you had to say. Hey, I don't feel comfortable when you do this. Hey, I actually don't like this. Hey, you shouldn't be in my life anymore. Hey, I shouldn't be in your life anymore. Whatever it is, if somebody wants to make an issue out of that, let them do that on their own. And I can't say all of that without also saying this, and then I'm gonna let y'all go, okay? You need to be self-aware, because sometimes we be dead ass wrong, and it's okay to be dead ass wrong sometimes. We humans, it is perfectly fine. But do not use you setting boundaries as a way to weasel out of taking accountability if that's what you need to do. I love y'all. Put yourselves first and put y'all mental peace first.
Once every 6 to 8 months, I need to come back on this app and say this to remind all of you, okay? Boundaries will always feel like aggression when your baseline has been people-pleasing. You will feel like the most aggressive person on earth when you start asserting your needs. And that is actually the indicator that you are doing it correctly, because your yardstick for what is aggressive is actually not correct. And you are, in fact, just expressing your needs, finally. Boundaries will feel like aggression when your baseline has been people-pleasing.
I don't text, call, FaceTime, entertain, link with no man. And I have been called picky lately based off of how I display my interest in men. But I want people to understand, when you have had to pray your way out of some things, when you have loved the wrong person before, when God himself had to come get you and lift you back up because you felt like you were worthless, you start to be picky. And you start to really understand that everybody does not deserve your time. Everybody should not feel like they can contact you. Everybody should not have access to you. And I don't say this in a cocky way, but it is truly a privilege to speak to me, to get my energy, to be loved by me. I know that my love is different. And I was reading John 21 yesterday, 15 through 19. And what I learned from the back and forth with Jesus and Peter is they had two different forms of love when you see Jesus asking him, do you love me? And I feel like what I have gave people, I have never received, because their love was never the same. And truthfully, when you love Jesus, you give out love differently. The love is deeper. Many of y'all know I truthfully have been saying, like, I would rather be in a relationship currently in my life, but I would also rather wait. I will also rather love one person, never have to feel like I've settled for the counterfeit. I truly desire a man of God that will carry my heart the way that he should, that will love me the way God has called him to love me. So in this season of my life, I'm going to be picky. I know what God has for me, and I truly, truly, truly understand that we should not be giving everybody our attention. So, woman of God, be picky if that's what you need to do.
Hey, pretty lady. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.